So let's just quickly go over the rules of craps. So we know that the player throws 2 dice and we call the sum of the dice the total, right? If the total is a 7 or 11 on the first throw, the player wins. If it's a 2, 3, or 12 on the first throw, the player loses. But if the total on the first throw is anything else, the value becomes the player's point. And the player throws the dice until he either wins by throwing that point again or loses by throwing a 7. So we'll start by finding the probability for the totals on the 2 dice. So let's say the dice are distinguishable, say red and green, then there are 36 possible equally likely throws. And by counting the cells in this table, we get the probability distribution of totals, this guy right here. And so already we have enough information to find the probability of a win on the first throw. Since if you remember our rules, we win immediately if we see a 7 or an 11, right? So that probability is 8 over 36, 6 plus 2 over 36. And now we want the probability of getting our point for the later throws. And while that might be intimidating at first, right? Notice that no possibilities matter except either the point or the 7. So we can compute the conditional probability of making the point given that has been thrown initially for each possible point. For example, if 4 is our point, there are 3 ways to make the point and 6 ways to make a 7. And so the probability of making the point is 3 over 3 plus 6, right? 3 over 9. So we get the following conditional probabilities here, where each one of these is for the respective point on the left-hand side. We're very close to done, right? All we need to do is just weight each probability of winning with some point by the probability of throwing that point on the initial throw to give the unconditional probability of winning with some point. And then we sum over those guys. That's what we're doing here. And you'll notice I'm also adding in at the end my 8 over 36, which is my probability that I won on my first throw. And yeah, we're done.